Hey, welcome in. Well, here's the headline. 10 tips to destroy Christmas. Oh, wait a second. It says 10 tips to enjoy a feminist Christmas, which is exactly the same thing. So, as we know, feminists like to ruin everything. And of course, Christmas is a big deal. So, of course, you have to destroy that. I mean, Christmas is only there to oppress women, right? I mean, it's the only purpose of it. What else could it be for? But if you're a feminist, you think everything is there to oppress women. So it makes sense. Let's get to these 10 tips to enjoy a feminist Christmas. And you know this is going to be fun. Now, this article is from 2019, before the pandemic. So there are things in this that aren't going to apply to this year and God knows when. But, you know, I know that some people aren't going to be with their family. You know, there's not going to be the kind of gatherings that you would, like work parties, that sort of thing you would normally have. Although a lot of people still will be visiting with their family. And if you are, this is all terrible, terrible advice. Anyway, let's see. Number 1, share the responsibilities as during the rest of the year. This is why I will never get married again, because sharing the responsibilities means I do everything. Forget it. I'm not a feminist, so I don't have to do this. That's great news for me. Let's see. It's a fact. A scientific fact that women tend to double up the work during Christmas, especially the mental load. Or all the presents bought? Where are we going to have dinner? Are both sides of the family receiving enough attention? Is the food bought? All of it? Do we have to think about alternative for kids and allergies? Is there wrapping paper? The list goes on and on. It's not like you're putting a man on the moon, for God's sakes. It's just Christmas. And we know that you've been nagging your husband or whoever to help you with all this stuff the whole time anyway. So you haven't been doing it all yourself, and we know that. And here's a word of advice here for you. If you're considering getting serious or marrying a woman who goes on about stuff like this, as I said earlier, back away slowly and never return. So let's see what she says. So make sure when dividing the tasks and responsibilities that everything is under consideration. I got a feeling that if it's a feminist doing this, that it's not going to be entirely equal. I got a feeling that you're going to have much more of a load than she is, because she's a feminist and everything is always a problem and nothing is ever enough. Anyway, you've been warned. Let's see. Add a feminist tweak to Christmas carols. That's right. Let's see. They've got a list here of some new versions of Christmas songs, so you can feminist them up a little bit. In their words, feminist up. Let's see. Baby, It's Cold Outside. Let's take a look at those lyrics. Let's see. And this was a classic that everybody liked. Why not change it into something weird? I really can't stay. Baby, it's cold outside. I've got to go away, but I can call you a ride. Which is what every woman wants to hear, right? As soon as she says, well, I should really go, they want you to immediately jump in and say, I'll get you a ride. I'll get you a cab. Get out. Just get out of the house. Let's see. How about this? What will my friends think? I think they should rejoice. If I have one more drink, it's your body and your choice. It's your body and your choice. Yeah, that's great. That really fixes the song, right? Let's see here. I really can't stay. He says, I understand, baby. That's it. Baby, it's cold outside. So just get out. Get out. I don't want to be accused of anything. And I've been recording this entire encounter just in case I need to give it to a lawyer at some point. You know, this song originally was about kind of seduction, right? She wants to stay, but she really has to go because of the social mores of the time. It wouldn't look good, but she really wants to stay, and he's trying to... But she really does want to stay, and he's trying to seduce her. And that's why the song was popular, because people could understand it. You know, people could understand the dance that's happening within it. And that's why, because it's nuanced, and it actually shows people as humans, feminists don't like that. So they have to change it to something antiseptic and boring. Just going to interrupt for 1 second to say, if you like this content, subscribe so you can see more. Thanks a lot. Let's see, here's a great one. Catch up with your pending feminist books, feminist series, and feminist films. Oh, great. Okay. So this is what they suggest that you catch up with over Christmas. Let's see. How about feminism in numbers? Lots of shocking stats that highlight the need of feminism. Well, how about like 80% of suicides are men? Oh, I bet you that fact isn't in there. I bet you that shocking stat isn't in there, is it? Anyway. If you want to ruin Christmas for yourself, go ahead and do that. How about this one? Don't let another white old man take all the credit for your work. White old man. So I guess a feminist Christmas is racist. Great. Be more racist at Christmas. And that one doesn't deserve a second more. How about this one? Number 5. Stop fat blaming and justifying what you're eating. But, just on a base level, I do agree with this. Like, don't just let people eat what they want at Christmas, And not for feminist reasons or body positivity reasons, just because, just don't be a douche. Anyway, next. How about this one? Be careful with the gender-specific presents. Actually, avoid them. But what about puberty blockers? Can't you give those away? I think they probably give puberty blockers. Are they gender-specific? I think they have to be, right? I think they have to be to work. Let's see. What do they have to say about this? We're not saying that you need to buy a truck for your niece Susie, who is dying for a princess. Well, that's generous of you. But see if there's anything else that can mix things up a bit. Maybe a book of self-rescued princesses. Do you understand that that's entirely missing the point of the princess book in the first place? Maybe a part of the appeal, and why it's always been an appealing story for girls, is because the princess gets rescued by the handsome prince. Maybe that's the whole point. Maybe that's what makes it enjoyable. Maybe the self-rescuing isn't what they really want. I mean, maybe we're not all just blank slates that you can just write your crazy feminism all over. Although we know that you're going to try, as evidenced by this article. Now, how about this one, 8? This is going to make you really popular at Christmas. Have your feminist data handy for the misogynist conversations that are due in most Christmas gatherings. Yes, that's what Christmas is about. Misogynist conversations. That's what everybody looks forward to. And I think that, they can write this sort of thing in all seriousness because they believe that every conversation is misogynist. And you know what I say to this? I say, okay, you're banned from Christmas. Neither Santa nor anyone else wants you there. If you're going to be an insufferable neo-Victorian feminist killjoy, then nobody is going to want you there. One lump of coal coming up for you. And I know fossil fuels trigger you, and I don't care. It just makes Christmas that much more fun. Anyway, next. Let's see. 9. When speaking with women, celebrate their successes and ask them about things other than partners, marital status, and kids, or their desire to have any of those. So, I don't know. Maybe those things are important to them, and they like talking about them. That's possible. I mean, maybe they want an experience more rewarding than sitting in a cubicle through all the best years of their life. Anyway, so let's see. 10, make a safe environment for everyone. Because that's what we all worry about, is being safe when we're hanging out with our friends and family. So, of course, they're obsessed with sexual harassment at Christmas. I guess this is Christmas parties specifically here. Although, I mean, obviously there's not going to be any like work Christmas parties, but I guess for next year or maybe the year after that or the year, or you know what, there's never going to be another Christmas party, but let's do this anyway. It says, speak up. As an observer of this type of behavior, it can be much easier to just pretend it's not happening and ignore it. Or it could just be happening in your mind, right? It could just be happening in your mind. You could just be looking for something so hard you're determined to find it. Let's see, harassment can be dressed up in humor or dismissed as a joke or banter. So here we go. So this is it. So if people are joking and bantering, take action in case somebody might actually enjoy themselves, which you can't have that. Again, if you're looking for this stuff so hard, you will find it. If somebody's laughing, here's a tip. If somebody's laughing, they're probably having fun. So there you have it. There's the miserable Christmas that the feminists want you to have. And that's all I got to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. That really helps me out. If you just like to listen, there's Radio Baloney, the podcast. It's on pretty much every platform, including Spreaker. Don't forget to check me out on Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, Minds, and Parler. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time.